Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be trying the new 1UP palette from Lethal Cosmetics. So Lethal is one of my favorite brands. I got this a few days ago. I've just been too busy with work to play with it, so it's just been sitting here on the table mocking me. But I can finally try it out and I am so excited. So I'm going to do swatches, a couple looks, and see what I think and how it compares to their other palettes. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Colin. I am a non-binary Latinx scientist and lover of makeup with a soft spot for indie makeup and colorful makeup, and I have new content every week, so I'd love to have you subscribe. I said this in my last video too, but probably gonna be doing like one video a week for a little while. I just got too much going on between teaching and prepping for other stuff, and just there's a lot going on. And then there's sometimes where it's like, well, I have a little bit of free time, so I could either film or I could go outside and do something while it's sunny out. And especially in Seattle when the sun is gone for months at a time, I want to take advantage of that. So I am very excited to finally be able to try this out and film with it. This retails for $38, I believe. It's 12 shadows. These are the smaller shadows. So this is the palette itself. Some people said they hated the box. I think the box is adorable. This is the box that it came in. So this is 80s game themed, arcade themed. It's got this little screen here that says 1UP and then player 1, player 2. And as you turn it around, you see high scores and different games and stuff. Very cute. Love that touch. This is vegan and cruelty free, like all of their other products, made in Germany. And then this is 12 grams of product, so it's 1 gram per shadow. So this is the same size shadows as the Berlin 89 palette, which was also a little cheaper than some of their others because they're smaller. They're still magnetic, so you can still remove these. They just don't have the push pinholes on the back like some of their other palettes. So this is the Night Flower palette, and you can see it's much bigger shades. These are like 1.5 grams, I think. So you get more product in these. So they're not interchangeable, sadly, but they are still magnetic. So you can still take these out and move them around if you want. So this is the palette, opens up on the side. You've got a nice big mirror with this like neon squiggle behind it. And then the palette itself is a matte row, a shimmer row. $38 is really nice, especially since 3 of these are UV shades. So the pink, the yellow, and the green are all UV shades. So if you put a black light around them, they'll glow. I do not own a black light, so I can't show that, but you can see it if you look at their video or their Instagram. And then I believe the shimmers are 3 duochromes and 3 multichromes. So they're all special shades. So I'm gonna swatch these, see how they swatch, and then I'm gonna do 2 looks. I might stick with like player 1 side, player 2 side, do 1 on each eye, but you can obviously mix and match however you want. I just wanna try as many as possible, and that makes it easy. So I'm gonna take off my watch and do some swatches. I don't have anything on my arm, no primer or anything. I do have an olive undertone to my skin, so some shades, especially like yellows and greens, tend to look a little different on me than they might on you if you don't have a green in your skin, or green and yellow. So just remember that if they will look a little different on me. I do like that this folds all the way back really easily. So the first shade is Insert Coin, and it feels nice. It feels a little dry, but not like bad dry, just not creamy, but it looks really beautiful. And then we've got 8-bit. I'm sad I'm gonna ruin the embossings here, which is this very bright green. So these are 2 of the shades that'll show up under a black light. And then Power Up is this dark green, but you can see in the pan it looks just dark green, but on my olive skin it pulls a little blue. But like emerald greens on me look blue and look more teal, so that might be part of it. It might look a little more green and a little less blue on you. So swatches nicely. Lethal shadows tend to be a little powdery, but I don't mind that. I like a powdery shadow. It means they blend nicely. Okay, so not swatching the most amazingly, but not bad either. But also swatches really just tell you the color. They don't tell you how it's gonna perform. And I am not the best at swatching, but I don't try to be because they don't really matter to me. I'll do this side first. So then we've got Split Screen, which is this yellow. Very pretty. Kind of a yellowy white, maybe a little bit of, yeah, there's pink in there. So like yellow and pink and white. Final Boss is really pretty. It's like mint, and I see some purple in there. It's kind of hard to pick up on camera. You can kind of see that blue shift to it, and in person it looks a little more purple. And then Avatar is a little bit more teal. Turquoise looking, really pretty. I don't see a shift on my finger, but I think there is supposed to be one. So here's the yellow shimmer. It's a little thin, more topper-like, but really pretty. And there's definitely a strong pink shift. And then we've got this, which is like a mint with a very distinct purple shift. Really pretty. And then this one looks teal with, I think, pink again, but really pretty. And there's a little bit of gold to it. As you see the light hits, it looks a little more gold. Then there's also a bit of a pink flip in there. Okay, so then player 2 side, we've got Hit Point, which is like a dark blue, it looks like. That's beautiful. That is a beautiful blue. This is like my favorite color of blue, and blue is my favorite color. We've got Joystick, which is this really pretty like royal purple. That's really nice. That feels really nice too. And then Combo is the pink, and it feels a little thin, but it also is a hot pink and a UV shade, so I think it's going to be a little bit more. It's a really pretty blue. Purple's really pretty. The pink swatches nicely. Okay, and then the last three are High Score and Bonus. High Score and Bonus both look a little flakier. I think they are two of the multichromes, or the two multichromes. High Score, really beautiful. You can see blue. If I lean my finger in, you can see kind of a dark purple. And then there's like a light blue, so it's very pretty. Bonus looks beautiful. Bonus is pink and yellow and a little bit of purple or lilac. And then Game Over looks like a pink peach. Pink peach gold. That's beautiful. That's definitely going on my lid. And then that's really pretty. That's, yeah, it's like a lilac gold with a bit of a deeper purple in there. And then this is very hard to swatch. This one felt a little firmer pressed, but it's definitely pink, and as I blend it out, there's a lot of gold. So I'm seeing a subtle pink there, pinky peach, but there's very strong gold in there. It looks a little more vibrant in person. Okay, so I'm really excited for this. I'm going to wash off my arm and get started. And if you're curious about the rest of my makeup, it'll all be in the description box like normal. I used my McGrath foundation for the first time in a while today. It's actually a little lighter than my skin now, since I've been out in the sun a lot. But it still worked really well. House Loves bronzer, and then I used Ornamental from Lethal, which is this blush, and then I used Atomic, I believe, which is this duochrome highlighter. Really pretty. Felt like trying to use a lot of Lethal products. And then for my lip, I have Stratosphere from Lethal, which is their lip creams, which are a really soft matte liquid lipstick. Really love these. So this collection also had some lip glosses in it. They were like $11 a piece. They looked beautiful. There's one clear and like 3 or 4 sparkly shades, but I ordered from Camera Ready Cosmetics so that I'd get it faster and not have to pay international shipping. But those were a pre-order, so they hadn't received those yet, so I was gonna have to wait for those, and I thought I'd be able to film as soon as I got it, so I didn't wanna wait. But I do wanna try those out because I love the lip cream so much. I'm sure I would love the glosses. I just I also didn't really need to buy more glosses. I have lots of gloss. So I'm going to start. So my brushes look dirty, but they've been cleaned off. They're just not washed. So I'm gonna start with the yellow. I'm gonna put the yellow on the inner part of my lid and the green out here and see how they show up. I wanna try to use as many as possible. So I'm gonna do two-tone creases, I think, for both looks. So I'm picking the yellow insert coin up on this rougher brush. Picks up very nicely. And I primed with my Urban Decay primer. It's my go-to. It's the only one that really holds my lid oil back. So I'm just gonna press that right here. So this is kind of a neon shade, which means pressing is your best bet for it to look proper and work well. So that definitely shows up. That's really pretty. This will be a nice inner corner pop, like bronzer on the crease. Put a little bit of this on, especially if you're going out, because then it's gonna really shine under any lights. That is really pigmented for a bright yellow. And I'm just kind of buffing the edges, but they don't really need it. Like, it already looks blended. That is one thing about lethal shadows, is they're so soft, they kind of blend themselves. So I really like that. Now I'm gonna try 8-bit, which is the green, and I'm just gonna do the same thing. Picked up, tapped in a couple times, tap off excess, and I'm just gonna tap that right here. And I'm using a fluffy brush so that I can kind of blend the edges with the same brush. And that is very vibrant. And then I'm gonna blend the two together. I'm gonna pick up a little bit more yellow and make sure they're blended together nicely right here. Okay, so I'm blending out the edges and it's blending out very nicely. I'm trying not to overblend because you can with neon kind of shades. And then I'm just going in with a little bit more of the yellow and blending the two together. And that looks really good. Very bright, very summery. Okay, so I do want to add some depth because there are dark mattes in here. So I'm going to take Power Up, which is the dark more teal green, and I'm going to pick that up and put it on the outer part of my outer V, and then try to blend it into the other two and see how it works. So I just picked up a slightly smaller brush, tapped in a little, and it is very pigmented, looks really nice. And you can always put this one down and then blend the edges with the bright shades, but I wanted to see how they would work by themselves first. And then I'm just blending it. So I just tapped where I want it and blend it down in kind of a wing shape. And then taking what's left and blending it into the crease for some depth. And it is blending really nicely into that neon green. And then I'm going to take just a little bit more and place it right here. Blending together really nicely. There's a little bit of like skips on my lid, but I'm not blending there, and I'm going to put a shimmer there, so I don't really mind as long as the crease itself looks fine. And I could, you know, come down here and blend it out, but why waste the effort? Okay, so I really like that. That looks really good. And now I'm gonna take that first brush again with a little bit of both colors and just blend over that, make sure everything is nice and blended. A lot of neon shades are really like pack it on, don't touch it. These seem to blend nicely, which is good. And then I've lost a little of the yellow, so I'm picking up a little bit more and really putting that there. And then I'm gonna put yellow underneath my eye too, I think. So I'm gonna do that now while I'm thinking about it, and just take some of that yellow and really just pack it on here with a pencil brush. And then I'm just kind of blending it into the green out here. Okay, I really like this very vibrant green. So I want to try these shimmers. I want them to be as impactful as possible. So I'm going to put a little bit of glitter primer down. I just have a tiny little dot here, putting it on with, this is an old Morphe brush that I literally only use for glitter primer. Use the same brush to put the glitter on and the primer down, and then put the shade down. But I feel like everything gets goopier and messier that way. So I like a dedicated tool for the primer. And then I know I want to put the yellow on my inner corner, maybe put Final Boss under my eye. So I'm going to try Avatar on the lid. So just picking up with the rougher brush, it picks up very nicely. And I'm going to put that all over this part of my lid. Really like that. Pops out a little blue, which I like. And using the back side of that brush, I'm going in to pick up the yellow, and I'm going to put that here. And I'm going to put the yellow in the inner corner and then blend it into the other shade. And then I cleaned off the brush a little bit on a towel, and I'm going to pick up the Final Boss, which is the more minty shade, and I'm going to put that down here. That's really pretty. That one definitely has a stronger flip than Avatar does. So a little bit more of the yellow and kind of blend it onto the other one, so they're nice and blended. Okay, I really like this. Very bright. My contact feels a little dry, which is why I might blink a lot. I'm gonna start the other side, and then I'll finish mascara and stuff at the end for both. So for player 2 side, I want to do basically the same thing. I want to do a two-tone crease with the pink and purple, use the blue to blend into the purple, and then figure out the shimmers. So I'm starting with a clean rougher 15, and I'm going to pick up a little bit of the hot pink, and I'm going to place that right here. Very pink. And I'm going to run that under my lash line again as well, kind of like I did with the yellow over there. That is so pink. Like hot bubble gum. Very tricksy. One of the bathtubs from the new Trixie Motel. Which, if you have Discovery, definitely watch. So good. It's the best home renovation show thing that I've ever seen, because it's, you know, the remodel show that with the same kind of like setup and tropes that they all kind of have, but campy and over the top and queer, and I love it. Plus, like, there's like multiple guest appearances on every episode. There's one where Iggy Azalea shows up and shows her how to make a bed. So, okay, I really like this pink. And the edge, again, kind of like the yellow, the edges softened themselves really nicely. It's very bright. In using the same brush, I'm gonna go into the purple. Picks up very well. And I'm gonna tap that out here. I'm just gonna blend the two together carefully. I don't want the purple to overblend or go too high. So I'm just kind of gently blending to make sure it's visible when my eyes are open. Purple is not quite as pigmented as the pink, but I think I've heard that about purples in general, and it still looks really nice. Like, it's not patchy at all. It's just not as bam as the pink. And you could obviously use just like 2 shades, or do one of these, especially the bright ones, as like an inner corner matte, like a matte inner corner pop or something. I just wanted to try as many as possible, see how they blend and layer. And then I'm using another little small brush, And I'm gonna go into Hit Point, which is the dark blue, which is just beautiful. And I'm gonna put that on my outer corner and blend it in and see how it works. So it is very pigmented. It's like a dark denim blue. It's going on my lash line really nicely, and it looks like it's blending into the purple well. So that looks nice. I'm just gonna go back in with a little bit more of the purple, blend everything together nicely, and just finesse it a little bit. Okay, so that looks really nice. The purple is definitely a better shade at like tapping and lightly blending. The pink you can really blend, but this looks really nice, and the blue and the purple blended together really nicely. It's very bold, very vibrant. The edge is a little weird right here, but I don't have any fallout from either, but I do tap off my brush every time, so that definitely helps. And then I've got another clean Refer 21 brush, and we've got 3 shimmers. This one's the most subtle, so I'm gonna try that on the inner corner, I think with a pencil brush first. And then I think I wanna put Bonus all over the lid. And then maybe High Score just a little bit out here or something, I'm not sure. So picking up a small pencil brush, I'm gonna pick up Game Over. You could also spray these instead of using glitter glue. I just prefer using glitter glue. So very vibrant. Yeah, it doesn't swatch well, but it's definitely a very vibrant shade. That looks really great. Really happy with that. I don't know if it's showing up on camera as bright as it is in person, but it is very, very bright. It blends in with the purple matte really nicely and just adds that like gold shine. And then I'm gonna take Bonus. Picks up really nicely. And let's put that right here. Oh, that's so pretty. There's definitely a strong blue shift. There's some gold in there. And then it's got like a purple base. It's really pretty. And then on the back of the brush, I'm gonna pick up a little bit of High Score, which is the blue. Right here. And I'm gonna put that, yeah, that's just like a deeper blue. I think Bonus might be my favorite shade. Bonus and Game Over. I don't know, Final Boss is also up there. Really pretty, that like mint pink, mint purple. So I'm just picking up a little bit more Bonus. Okay, I really like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go off camera, add in some mascara and stuff, and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and this is the finished looks. I added my Haus Labs liquid liner on top, Pat McGrath mascara, and then I did my Haus Labs like baby pink open wide eyeliner on this side and my ColourPop yellow on this side. I would have used the Haus Labs Chartreuse, but it was sold out when I did my original order, and I did just order it. So I will have that on Monday, I think. I also ordered their new lipstick, so you'll have my thoughts on that soon too. But I really love both of these. I think both looks turned out great. Yeah, I really love both of these. I feel like I would probably wear this one more than this one, but the shimmers on this side really do it for me. And this pink, I don't think I'll use it all the time because I just don't wear baby pink all the time, but it's such a hot, vibrant pink that I think I will probably use it as an inner corner shade this summer, like just do brown, you know, neutral, and then a little inner corner pop. I am really happy with this. I think they all worked really well. This is all I'm doing today. I'm gonna edit this, and I've got some other work to do. So not doing an actual wear test to make sure they don't fade or anything, but I will leave a comment, like a pinned comment, to say if they like fade weirdly or something like that, because they're so neon, you never know. But I trust Lethal, and I don't think that they will. This video should go up probably not today, just because who knows how long it'll take to upload and stuff, but maybe probably tomorrow. And my only plans for the rest of the day after editing and stuff is watch Drag Race and the finale of Trixie Motel, which, by the way, if you've been watching, I think my favorite room might be the honeymoon room, honeymoon suite. But if you've been watching, let me know in the comments below what your favorite room is, because each one is so distinct. And I feel like I just liked the next one more than the last every time. So let me know in the comments below what you think of the looks, what you think of the palette. Have you picked it up? Are you thinking about it? I know some people said they didn't like the box, but do know that these are magnetized. They don't have the easy pinholes, but you can still take them out with a magnet, or like Lethal Even sells a little spatula thing to remove their shades. So you can always depot these and put them in, you know, a different palette if you didn't want to store this. But I think this is adorable. Let me know what you think of the two looks, which one you like better. I'm actually really torn, not sure. As always, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.